I'm the Cancer Clinical Trials Manager here at the Gold Coast University Hospital. That role manages a team of skilled clinical trial coordinators. They could be solid organ cancer clinical trials like lung cancer, breast cancer, bowel cancer, or malignant blood disorders like leukemia and lymphoma. In Australia, there's a lot of opportunity at the moment. With COVID, we have quite a significant downturn in clinical trial activity. Australia was seen as an attractive place to do it because we weren't overly impacted by COVID compared to a lot of the other international sites. I think for clinicians, having the opportunity to run clinical trials, be involved in clinical trials and potentially run their own investigator-led clinical trials, that's very attractive, and having clinical trial capacity at Gold Coast and at Griffith University allows those clinicians to be able to go down that path. We don't really have a dedicated phase 1 clinical trial unit. The other thing is from large, maybe outpatient clinical trials, there could be potential there to fill that gap. There are challenges within clinical trials, particularly with workforce. A lot of the time you're juggling clinical trial activity with operational capacity, which some people become quite masterful at, but it's always a bit of a deficit. We don't really have a restriction on the type of cancer clinical trials that we do. We have dedicated medical teams in haematology and oncology, and they work with the clinical trials unit to identify gaps. We have a dedicated cancer care coordinating team. So there's a specialised service that help patients through a treatment journey, and we have allied health support services. So, we have our psychologists, we have physiotherapy, speech pathology, all those types of allied health services. I think there's a lot of opportunities for the Lumina space. Devices is another thing at GCUH. And we don't use them so much in cancer services, but certainly there's a lot of areas that are looking to use devices. Even companies that will be able to help clinicians develop their own devices or develop their own protocols. I think that would be something that Lumina would be able to offer. So I think some of the benefits in the Gold Coast space would be, obviously you've got the proximity of Gold Coast University Hospital, you've got the private hospital, you've got the university, and you've got the health and knowledge space. So geographically that's very attractive, having all those sites together and very close. So I think within the Gold Coast there's a lot of opportunity for innovation and development within this space. I think the Gold Coast Health and Knowledge Precinct is in a prime position in Australia.